and do not reflect those of the Evening Rush Network. Viewers' discretion is advised.
Hey, good evening. Welcome to the Chris and Nina Real Estate Podcast. I am Chris.
And I am Nina. Hi.
Yes,
hi.
Welcome back. It's been a minute. How are you doing, Nina?
A minute is right. I'm doing good. Thank God. Everything is great. I'm super busy and excited about everything, mainly thankful and up and running. So I'm on it. Thankfully.
Up and running. Oh, business is amazing. Guys, we have a lot of beautiful properties for sale, 5-borough realty. It is listing season, which leads to buying season. Whatever your budget is, we can work with you. You want an apartment, you want a 2-family, 3-family. Exactly. We got you, baby. This is the holiday.
It's not a commercial, Chris. You're not supposed to be selling.
I know, but I'm so excited to be here again. And we just have
until we finally agree to be live and share and talk freely, and it looks like it's so easy, but it took us time to open up. It's not something that we do. I know.
Pardon me, guys. In a month, I have been fantastic. Kids are doing great in school. I've been running around and a lot of crazy people. Oh my God, some of the homes I had to run into. Oh man, what about you, Nina? You've been out of the country, been out of the state. What have you been up to?
I've been working all the time, but while I'm doing it, I'm putting it together with the day-to-day and trying in between to add time for family and friends. So yeah, sometimes I look for, I'm not going to say look for reasons, but I look for places to both enjoy and work. So sometimes I just make changes. Okay, so I went for a weekend a couple of weeks ago, and it was a lot of fun. It was a time where work is a little slower, for Shabbat,
the holidays,
Friday and Saturday, and not necessarily the holidays, but during the weekend. So we took off. We take off sometimes, and yeah, it was fun, a lot of fun. That was Florida. Now I have to watch, because earlier I said Staten Island, as I said, and he was cracking up. He was like, "Whoa, what?
Say that again."
And I'm like, Staten Island, Chris. No. Say it back to how you were. So I said Staten Island. That's how I talk. So yeah, so we went to Florida. It was a lot of fun. It was both for work, really, a little bit, but I made it fun. So the fun went over the work.
So you didn't. So you wasn't down there yacht shopping?
You're not selling property?
Okay, that's a good idea. We don't have a yacht
yet.
Yeah,
exactly.
So maybe we should.
Exactly. Yeah, invest in one.
Yeah. I just heard that one of those companies, I don't want to be wrong and say, but they put together a boat that's $3.5 million. I mean, I don't know.
Does it cook your meals for you on it and everything? Is it a self-cleaning boat?
Now that I'm thinking about it, I think I would get a boat. Yeah.
Yeah, you have to. You have to.
You know what? It's a lot of fun. I was invited to a few meetings on a boat where we had a few get-togethers to discuss big planning and plans and whatever. And it was so much fun. You have the crew, they're serving you there. Obviously, you need the money for it, but you're doing it to make money. And if you can involve it together with making money, then you can get a boat.
How
I'll think about it.
Is it to have a holiday party on a boat?
So I'm not going to tell you that I didn't think about it. I did actually look into it last year. But the bigger boats, who you see, holiday party, 30 people easy, I can't really fit on a private boat, because then it involves the bigger ones with other people. So I felt, I had mixed feelings about it. So I didn't end up doing it there. But that's why the party's not on a boat, because you're a lot of people. You can just invite some.
Yeah.
Even though we were discussing it.
Yeah, a lot of people.
You can never just do for the office people. You always want to give back also to those who give you business. So you want to invite them, but that's really up to us to plan and think about.
So when you're on vacation or you're getting away, what do you do? What does that entail? Yeah.
Well,
What
it
is
depends.
that?
If I
Are you in the clubs or are you lounging? Where's your spot?
so I don't know that Florida so well, so I let my friends take the lead. They took me to some spots. Yeah, we went to some spots. We went to the Marion. I don't know if you're familiar with that, but Marion is really nice. It's like a vibe of Bagatelle and Lavo back like 3 years ago.
Okay.
This was a lot of fun. Yes, that's a spot I went to.
All right.
That much I'll share.
And what kind of music? Oh, you don't even remember the music, right?
I mean, I like deep house. I like
deep house and techno.
Altogether. Techno less, depending on the mood and place. But yeah, house is, as you see, we hear it all the time. It's always on. Always have to have music on. At least me, I love it. I feel like you're also, right?
Yep.
So music gives you energy. I'm all about good energy. So we
good
need
vibes.
to make sure that we always involve and surround by good energy, right?
Okay.
Same with people, by the way. Some people are bad energy. So just watch who you're with, because not only be seen with them, they also transfer the emotions. It's important.
we don't need to bring them into this equation. Yeah.
Not at all.
So you were there for that weekend, and then it's just been like open house season every weekend, just about like for the last So we've been pretty active.
Mm-hmm.
Pretty active, and listings has been really like falling in our lap. Just a beautiful.
Thank God.
It's been yes, thank God. It's been a beautiful fall.
Your expressions are so cool. Yes, thankfully. So other people, I hope they're doing just as well. I see realtors, I hear them, people who want to work, and those who are making themselves busy will be busy. Obviously, you need to be and ensure that you're in the right place while you're doing it, but it's time. You need to make money all the time. So those who are busy are busy. So because we work, we get our listings.
Yeah. And it's interesting because the beginning of the fall, now we going into the winter, it was a little slow. So it's just the ebbs and flow of real estate and how things for a moment can be a little daunting. Mm-hmm. And then if you just ride the wave or go through that moment and be a little patient, things seem to shift and go in a different direction. So yeah, it's a blessing.
Yeah, I mean, the reason the fall started this way, not the fall, I'm talking about the winter, really, in the beginning of the winter. So going into January, everything was still cool. People started hearing things about mortgage rates I'm talking about. And then March hit, and April was, we're getting some comments. I don't know why we're not seeing them, but let me try.
Yeah, right now, if you have been,
got it.
Yeah,
go ahead.
If you have money, it's going to be shopping time. Like if you have cash and you have some money to spend, investments are going to be popping up, and some good investments. So I advise people, if you just manage your money, and if you were afraid to get a mortgage because the interest rates and whatever have you, that's also going to change. There's going to be a time where you're going to get a decent rate, better rate. Probably the best rates that we've seen are going to come soon, because there's a lot of inventory, and inventory has to be moved and will be moved. So things are going to change. So I look forward to the spring. Next spring is going to be bomb. Like right now, it's beautiful. Man, the spring is going to be
started.
Woo.
Yes. Good in every way, God willing. Mortgage rates way, weather way, friendship, family life.
Yeah. I'll be going on my first year 5-Borough Realty coming up. Yeah. Oh, speaking of a holiday, somebody's birthday is coming up. Whatever. Even though I know you're a vampire, you don't age.
Thank you. Just kidding. Well, birthday. When we're getting older, we're not looking forward to a birthday, even though it's fun. Yeah, everyone likes to have their birthday. Ha ha ha. But whatever, another year in the book. I'm thankful though.
Yeah,
I'm not complaining.
you got your health, you got your wealth, you got your business.
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah, we
know,
got some stressful
I sent you a couple
situations.
of planes for sale as well to go with your yacht. So, let me know when you're ready. I'll be a broker.
Oh, okay. Having a private jet is not that
Yes.
expensive.
No.
Did you know that? You can sign up and pay. I think it's $25,000 a year, and then every ride you pay like $900. A lot of people didn't know that, but yeah, it's
Oh,
not that
wow.
expensive.
No, not at all.
Yeah, you do have to fly the plane, so you have to have obviously the license. People go and do courses. Yeah.
Okay.
There are businessmen who did the courses and they're flying themselves to places.
Would you fly a plane?
You know what? I like to stick to the ground. Overall, I hate airplanes. I hate to fly with passion, and I don't like to do this anytime, anywhere I need to go.
So do
but
you
if
take
it was
like
up
some
to
kind
me to
of
fly, probably not. No, I would probably have like a fancy car, a driver driving me everywhere. Eventually, I could do it now too, and a lot of people tell me to do it, but not that I like to drive. It's like doing my thing. I need to go. I'm going. I need to come back.
Oh my
I'm
God.
driving, and I'm good at it too. So I drive.
Really, you are?
I drive.
No,
I drive and work.
I'll be
and
holding on for my
sometimes
life
eat
when
and
I
sleep.
drive
No,
with
kidding.
you.
No, I do it because I need to do it. So I do it, and I kind of enjoy it. I'm not gonna tell you I hate it. Sometimes I put music and I like it, and it's loud.
All
And
right,
the car is good. If you have a good car, you enjoy the ride.
So if you had to make a purchase, would you purchase a yacht or a plane?
Definitely a yacht.
Oh,
yeah, it's in the ground.
In the ground, it's in the water.
But I'm saying it's down on earth. It's not up in the air. I don't like it. I feel like you put all your everything onto the airplane. It's scary. I don't know.
So you wouldn't. So Jeff Bezos invited you to fly on his spaceship to the moon. You wouldn't take that trip?
Hell no. And according to my religion, you're not allowed to leave Earth
to go to a different.
Yeah.
Okay.
They say that no matter what, if a Jewish person goes out of Earth, they never come back, and it's weird. But I think no one came back.
I never heard that. Wow.
I may be mistaken. Just saying.
Okay.
But yeah, I wouldn't. No way. I don't like airplanes. Oh, no thanks. Not for me.
But
Let
those
me stay on the
flights
ground and connected.
So when you fly, how do you manage those flights to Israel?
Horrible. It's like the worst thing ever. And I say, we're in 2020, almost 3. Dude, where are the airplanes? Where is the 5-6 hour rides that they promised us back in 20?
You're right.
In 2000, they said, in 20 years, we're going to have airplane that you stand. Remember, did you ever hear about that? That you stand and within 5 to 6 hours, you're going to get the destination overseas. I don't think so. I don't understand why we don't have it. 12 hours to fly, and you know what it's like with kids? Nonetheless, babies.
What about cruising? You ever been on a cruise line?
Also, I don't like so much. I haven't been, but I don't like to be on a cruise because I heard there's no reception.
Oh yeah, there's no, and you can't use your Wi-Fi. Yeah, so you have a.
How can you disconnect?
No, but they have computers and you can get online.
Yeah,
I guess actually, I don't know what it's like to do it. I haven't been on a cruise in about 8 years. So I don't know if that has changed.
There are crazy deals right now, though. On I saw Skyscanner, a very good app. Skyscanner is an app that I downloaded years ago on my phone, and I've used it all the time. I've used different travel agents over the years, but almost every time I ended up with Skyscanners. It's really, really beneficial because it compares it, and then it ensures that it hires some other party somewhere just to close it, and they still give you the confirmation. Someone's just looking.
Yeah. So.
Okay.
All right.
Yeah. So. Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
But anyway, I love cruises, and also it's a good way to just pack your electronics away. You don't need it, you go away. But I could only do 7 days. I couldn't do a 10 or a 2-week cruise, or a 10-day or a 2-week cruise. I have to just 7 days is good for me.
I don't like it. I don't know. Also because of the vision of the corona, the way it came through the
Oh
shit,
yeah,
through
well
the
yeah,
things.
yeah. I mean, when you
It's
put
like
that, I
everything
can't.
is,
I
and
can't.
you're in the sea, so it's humid and like viruses, transfer faster.
But also, so
Maybe bugging out, but
what's the longest you've ever stepped away from real estate? I mean, with no phone calls, no emails,
I
no
thought in the years
texts.
of not doing real estate. That's what I thought you were asking.
No. Just on vacation where you're not touching anything. You're just speaking to your friends. No
Shabbat.
business. No. I'm talking about vacation, not.
Never. No,
Wow.
not happening. The longest really are the times where we
Where
keep
you
the
do the holidays, yes.
Right.
But I mean, but that's because it's mandatory.
Correct.
I mean, voluntarily.
So, voluntarily.
Where you're really on
no.
vacation and you're not working,
But
you're not
but
talking
working,
business.
but I enjoy working. I like working. So
It's in your blood.
For sure. I think
Gotcha.
it takes one to know one, but
Yeah.
I like it. Have you? Did you ever like take off photo, blah, 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 blah?
Yeah. I was like on my honeymoon 10 years ago. No, that was like 15 years ago.
Okay. For how long?
It's like a week.
Okay.
Yeah. We were also out of the country too, so and at that time I didn't.
Yeah.
No, I snuck in and I logged in to make sure that they were sending me my checks, so I had to go and do a little bit of work. But yeah, but for the most part, no.
Okay.
I didn't really.
So there are a lot of business people that I know who also do real estate, right? They do both. They have their like 9 to 5 sometimes, even not necessarily business owners. They have their 9 to 5 and they still do. Actually, a lot of realtors have the 2 jobs and they learn how to, do it together. I'm going to be honest with you. I was full blown work, like everything up until a few months ago. If I didn't have to sleep, I wouldn't sleep and work.
Right.
Now I'm like, okay, I need to sleep. Let's try. I'm thinking more about myself, but like as far as vacations, I'm thinking again, you see, I went once. Also, it was a little bit work related, but I chose to stay extra 2 days. It was over the weekend. So I said, okay, it's not going to affect so much work, but at least I allowed myself.
Right.
So I'm proud. But, and I see a lot of people do it right. If they do it right, then they enjoy it.
Yeah, it was good to be back, Shone. It's good to be back. Listen, I think having a family also, you realize that the time to spend with our kids who are blossoming and growing is very limited. So we have to shut things down to really give them our time.
Yeah.
Because sooner or later, they're not going to want our time.
Yeah.
So
people say that. I don't know.
When they become teenagers and,
I have teenagers. They wait for me to come late sometimes and they come. Yeah, no, but I guess I get what you're saying.
Yeah, you have great kids who I've met. They are great.
Yeah.
So
a lot of people in the business, attorneys, architects, bankers, I speak to 6:59 p.m. They're home or at a place having dinner with their families. They don't really take it to the next level of working crazy.
Yeah.
They have their hours and it's so beautiful to see it. Even, again, the 9 to 5 people, some people just go and they have their dinner on time. But in my opinion, you always have to maximize it and do it, but not like crazy, not every night, in my opinion.
Yeah. How was Thanksgiving?
Thanksgiving was really nice. I was actually invited. I always insist on doing everything myself.
Oh, that's right. Yeah.
So I was invited. It's really nice. A lot of people. It's funny because every time, like, not every time. It's whenever you go to like small parties and events at homes, like a lot of people always ask me so many questions and I always feel like I'm in an interview. Yeah. How you don't feel like?
Yeah, because they see the beautiful stuff we post online and sometimes they can't make it into these homes. So they want to know
that house not too far from my house.
Yeah, exactly. And they're like, oh my God, it's so beautiful. And how did you guys get in touch with that owner? And it's just, yeah, you're right. There's so many different questions that people ask because they see us from a distance and what we do.
Yes. So
shoot, I have questions for you. Like, yeah, like how do you how do you go all of a sudden you in Yonkers? Like, like it's just amazing. Mount Vernon. Yeah, Mount Vernon. Yeah. Yeah. It's like you know, 1 minute you're in Brooklyn, next thing you know, you're in Mount Vernon, and you know, and you're working, not for play, not for social. Yeah, and then next thing you know, you're like you're at a closing all the way in West Bubble, Long Island. Yeah, Comac. Yeah, like it's
not part of the 5 boroughs, but sometimes you need to go to meet people.
And this stuff is you can't plan it because you just get the calls when everything comes together. So it's just like 1 minute I'm like thinking I'm gonna meet you in Brooklyn, and no, you're in.
It's things that you work on for a while, and then when it's time to meet, time to put stuff together, then you have to drive. That's why you drive a lot. We go everywhere. We travel so much. It's like sometimes I go through almost a full tank a day. Don't you?
Yeah, I go through.
Like easy. There's so much, and it's packed. So sometimes when you're in traffic, it's just nuts. But what about the traffic? Did you ever think about that? The traffic is insane. It's insane. And I've said it once. It's like the reason I feel like this old traffic is people say overpopulation, everyone is on their phone. Like everyone.
And it's nice to have a broker friend whose passenger seat massages you while you're stuck in traffic. That's like awesome.
Yeah, it's a pretty cool feature. Yes, I didn't know.
Yes, I know. Cool, yeah, it's a real cool. Guys, let me tell you something. We were going to do a show and we were going to Mount Vernon, and we get there. There's no heat. There's no electricity. Somebody was sitting there for hours waiting for somebody. And I sat in Nina's car. I wasn't even mad anymore. I was going to let her have it. I was going to drop the hammer. And next thing you know, I was like, yeah, let's get some coffee.
The coffee was good, though.
Yeah, no, your passenger seat was good. It was even better.
That was fun.
Yeah, it was fun. I couldn't even be mad anymore. It was just, it was an awesome experience.
The G-Wagon has the signs also where, like, whenever
awesome
you drive, whenever you turn either way, then the opposite side of the seat side turns to your comfort, support type of thing. So if you're turning and you need support on this side, then it goes like this. And then it goes back to place. And then you got left.
It's just cozy. Yeah. And the house in Mount Vernon was beautiful too. I wish you got one day. We're going to
this coming Sunday.
Yeah, we're gonna make a video from that home.
Yes, this coming Sunday.
We have a video coming up for you guys as well.
December
another beautiful
4th.
home. December 4th? Okay.
Yeah.
And
Chris is gonna be there with Aaliyah, I believe so.
Okay.
Yeah, you're on schedule.
Okay.
Yeah.
Thanks for telling me on the show.
She was supposed to tell you.
I spoke to her earlier. She said nothing, but it's all good. So, guys, yes, it's a beautiful home.
9 Frederick Place, beautiful.
It's really beautiful, but I didn't enjoy it when I was there because it just was a different circumstance. Yeah, but we're gonna get it right. We're gonna make another video and we're gonna share it on the next show. After the national holiday on Monday, right? So how does it feel to age but not really age?
National holiday, Chris.
You ever go out with your daughter and they think your sisters?
I like my number. I don't want my number.
Well, you don't have to put your number out there, yeah.
But I like my number. It's like such a cool number. 36.
Yeah, we do need these homes. 36.
36 is a really nice number, and I like it. And whatever, I'll upgrade it. But 38, then it's nice again.
Yeah, but I mean
37 is nice too, I hope.
It was a good year, though. Really,
it was a really good year. I do have to admit that as the time go by, thank God, we get better and better.
Yeah.
Thank God. Yeah, because we continue and the world becomes crazy, but better, more options. So you need to use it to make things better, right?
Yeah. And don't let the age fool you. She's in business terms, she's like 56. Just gonna put it out there.
I like that.
Yeah, business terms.
I'll take even 70.
Yeah, I would say that too.
What I go through every day.
Yes. And and the thing is to be
not fun all the time.
To be a broker in this business, you have to have really big balls. And nobody balls are bigger than Nina.
Thank you. Okay.
Nina just, sorry to put it that way, but that is what it is, really.
you say balls?
Yes, balls.
Yeah,
Like
it's okay to say it on the.
listen,
Okay.
you
It's true though. I
it's-
do.
you're dealing with
You do what you got to do with
yes.
confidence.
And when you're dealing with the numbers on the table for some of these different situations, your backbone needs to be thick. You need to,
yeah,
and that's why I said yes.
Okay, you know the piece of the cow in her spine. You eat the white thing. Best thing you can ever have. I don't know why I just thought of that. Maybe because
I don't
I'm a
know.
little
I'm hungry too.
But if anyone ever tried,
not tripe or no,
it's the spine of the cow. Okay, beef. The spine of the cow has a piece that is very hard to get.
Yeah.
And if you order it in a fancy restaurant normally, it's very hard to find it here kosher, but I'm sure you can find. You should try it. Try it and tell me what you think. I promise you it's the best thing you can ever have. Some people think that I'm crazy and disgusting, but I love it. It's so good. You guys have to try. And I'm not a big meat lover, but this I like. I'm sorry, you were talking about it.
So that's what they had for Thanksgiving where you were at?
No, they had
Because I just had mac and
turkey.
cheese and sweet potato. I had normal
No, they
stuff.
actually made really good food. They made chicken and steak. Are you good in the kitchen, Chris?
Well, I'm great in the kitchen. What? Yeah, I mean, this year I was tired. I didn't feel like cooking, but I make a mean duck.
Maybe one day you need to cook us some food.
Braised beef ribs and red wine. Yeah.
In red wine or with red wine?
No, in red wine. Yeah, cooked in red wine. Yes.
Okay.
Yes, indeed. I was telling Neil we gotta do the kitchen because I saw what he was.
He's also great.
I know. I was watching him and I said, "Hey, you know what I use though?" Because he was saying he puts it in the oven at 200 and he cooks it for like 24 hours or whatever. I use a pressure cooker. He was making cow foot.
So the 24 hours. Yeah, that's a big food of ours. Every Saturday morning we eat that.
Yeah, I might pop up one morning and take a plate to go.
It's amazing. It's
I was telling him, I was like, I love that stuff.
Slow cooking.
Yeah. But I use a pressure cooker. So
and the chicken, how do you make a full chicken, for example? Oh my God, why are we talking about food? I'm so hungry. Go ahead.
No, I mean, but yeah, I'm not big on turkey. I'll do like turkey wings. I don't really.
Excuse me, listen to me. I wasn't big on turkey.
So you had a fried turkey?
We don't make that. You know what I do make for Friday dinner sometimes? Turkey legs.
Yeah, that's what I do. Turkey wings and turkey. Yeah, I would do that too.
Just the legs, like big legs. You mix two sauces. I have the sweet chili and the other sauce.
You could cook?
Excuse me?
You could cook?
Excuse me?
Oh, okay. I don't know what that means.
I know I always work, but listen, I have a family, so thank God.
I don't know. I never hear you, chef it like
Fridays. I don't cook daily. No way.
No. Who does?
Sometimes in the night, I'll like prepare something and put it in
what's your dish?
In the fridge, and then my daughter comes and she puts it in the oven during the day.
So what's your dish? My dish is black beans, with rice.
Beans.
Yeah,
So
Cuban bean. No. Oh man, you don't know. Yeah, beef ribs and red wine sauce with black beans and white rice.
Okay, sounds good.
Cuban style beans. So it's not just.
Shone just Rodi had the fried turkey. Fried turkey?
Your fried turkey's all right.
Like in one piece? No, in pieces.
Yeah, fried. No, they fry the whole turkey.
But
yeah, you put the whole thing in, fry it. I don't do that, but yeah.
That's a lot of work and mess.
It's a lot of fun.
But it sounds
but it's dangerous if you don't.
So good.
Yeah, if you don't do it right, you will. You'll be calling us for a new house. And we'll help you.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, so go ahead.
So, and thank you so much for the happy birthday wish over there. I don't know what I'm doing yet for my birthday, but we shall see. But we do have to plan the holiday party, in which we'll talk about. There's a lot to prepare or not.
Yeah, and we're gonna do some paint. What's it called? Paintball.
Oh.
And I'm gonna light her up, guys. Oh, you just don't know. I can't wait.
If you have ideas for paintball, please let us know, or places. Someone may have said something about one place, but I would love to do paintball for the holiday party. That's a good idea, you guys. Think about it.
Yeah.
Something with like food, everything together. But first, we're gonna take a break because we have to start talking business and for real, like facts.
Oh,
So we're gonna take a
wow.
break, and we're gonna be back soon.
I feel like we just got started.
Oh man.
Oh man, guys.
So yeah, we'll take a break, and we'll see you soon. I wonder what he has for us for the commercial.
Yeah, let's see. Guys, we'll see you when we get back.
Okay. Let's see.
Looking to podcast shows and do not know where to start? The Evening Rush Network can help you with that. Call us at 929-441-2417 or email us at theeveningrushnetwork@gmail.com for dates and prices. We got you for all your podcast needs. The Evening Rush Network. Tune in, subscribe, and share.
But we never talk about food on the show anyway. Podcast. We hope you enjoyed that video. That's a new listing.
Yes, it is.
Yeah, can you talk about that one, Nina?
You want me to talk about it?
Yes, indeed.
Really, really massive mansion in Mill Basin. One line from the water, so big. Built, it was re-altered in 2006, and it's all full-blown metal beams. It's actually the only house on the block that did not get affected by Sandy. It's the highest house on the block, and it was renovated last a few years ago. There was a big family living in there, and then slowly everyone got married, and the couple moved to Florida. And now the kids are selling it. It was rented for like 2 years about, and then now they want to sell it and liquidate. So it came on the market for the first time since its alteration. Really beautiful in the way that they really put it. The family was a construction company. They were contractors, so they really put together this house to perfection.
And it has technology in it as well.
So they upgraded over the years, yeah. So they did smart home. They could even speak to the, to the devices or whatever. Everything is on point, Wi-Fi, smart, all these things that I don't know much about. So it's all equipped with that. But I'm saying, like, when you walk in, they put it in a way that it's to their own comfort. Like, you walk in, okay, you have a coat closet, but they made big enough space for like an entry foyer where you could still fit 2 little chairs and like a coffee table for like a waiting area. So it looks pretty inviting when you walk in. And then when you continue, you have a shoe closet, like right under whatever on the way. I can't really explain it, but before you go upstairs, you can leave your shoes without entering it to the house.
Gotcha.
So really cool. Like, inside built-in type of way, so you don't really see it when you walk in. Really cool.
I know we were talking about cooking. I would love to cook in that kitchen.
Yes.
Yes, and the bathrooms are really nice too. Like you get lost in there.
Yeah.
Um,
The kitchen is a little old school. Yes, I'll
Yeah.
get you. But I find that older families are more comfortable with the shaker kitchen, with the wood, with the
Right.
handles, less of the smart touch, to double click, whatever. So like older homes feel more comfortable with it. So lately they've been liking it and replacing it, but they would actually prefer the old school way. And I think I'm that type of person too. It just depends on the type of colors and the design that you have in your home. But over there is really like clean, old school, traditional more like than modern.
and then the windows were like oval. It's
The
like very
window, yeah. So
unique.
that's
It's
like a
just
traditional look where it's called arch
right,
windows,
right.
arch windows, but like really nice. And you still get the tray ceiling, so it has a feel of modern, but it's really traditional type of place. So you should see it. Really cool. And a lot
Yes.
of bedrooms and an apartment on the side, 2 kitchens. Really cool. Some
Yeah.
radiant floors.
Yeah, radiant floors too. Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow. Yes. So
Yeah. And
Yeah.
it's not a block that a lot of people come and go.
it's a low key area.
Yeah. So it's an older generation, right? So like the kids move in after the parents go, and they don't really sell so much on that block. And that block is one of the quietest blocks in Mill Basin.
Right.
Did I sell it good?
Great. And if you want to
you.
see the video or more from that video, you can check it out on Chris and Nina Real Estate Podcast on Instagram.
Yeah.
We have the video up there.
We also have scheduled open houses for this weekend.
Yes. And I will be
I have to check my schedule. I'm not sure what time, but we definitely have it scheduled for this, and of course, to many other ones. There are a lot of good listings.
Yes.
New
Oh
ones,
my
fresh off the oven.
goodness. Yes. Like, wow. This is like
Thank you.
listing season, right? Like
No,
listing.
that's just working hard. There's
Got
no
you.
listing season. There's no such thing. You need to work your ass off.
Yes, and plug into your network.
Yes.
Yes,
So
indeed.
that's a beautiful house. If you have any houses that you know that are this big, it's not so easy to handle it nowadays. A lot of people are downgrading, moving, making different decisions. So if you're aware of anyone that wants to sell, we'll work with you and you're going to be happy. So let us know and we'll come and we'll give you an estimate.
Now,
we'll fly it off the shelf.
Do you use a drone to capture the beauty of these homes?
I can't give you my secrets, Chris. Come on now. I use myself. I go over there and I sell it. I use my Snapchat. Hi. I wonder if people see my Snapchat, whoever watches us.
I feel like these videos are more like a little mini movie of these homes.
But that's what sells. Yeah.
Yeah. Yes,
we have something that we are going to follow us now. And Chris, I know a month ago we said that we're going to do the live of you and I, like daily thing. But it's not easy. It's not easy to have a camera in front of you all the time.
Right. And then the phone ringing, the emails chirping, the appointments ringing. It's a nonstop.
And then we're like, hold on.
Moving.
Hold on.
You know what? What we need to do, because people were asking me, Chris, where do you go for money? We need to have somebody come on and hard money, regular money,
we're actually
mortgage
gonna have
brokers.
A banker coming in on Thursday. Oh, next week. We're going to have a banker coming in on Thursday.
Yes.
He called me today to request that date.
Yeah, so that we can give some tips on with different ways to buy homes using your money or someone else's money.
And he has a few new products where you're still able to work down your interest rate.
Yeah.
Interesting.
And that's very necessary in these times right now.
Yeah, so he's coming to talk next Thursday. I'm going to ask him to stay for the podcast because we're going to do it during the day. Long story short, he's going to be at our podcast next week. So we're going to talk about it. And he's going to give some pointers. You're going to be able to compare what you have now, what you're planning to do. So it's going to be really interesting. So remember next week.
Yeah.
What else? Next. So other than that, the listings, like we said, it's busy because we make it busy. We work and we hustle. We make things happen. And this is why we generating buyers and selling, thank God, right?
Yes.
So the reason we're telling you this is because if you're looking or know if someone is looking, a lot of new things are coming. So don't go by the choices that you only have now, as well as deals. More deals are coming in. We feel more the urgency to sell. So sometimes deal come through and people are trying to rush you in a decision. Those are really annoying times where they make you run into a decision, but you have more. So you don't have to go so crazy. So people call me, they ask me, should I go for this? Should I go for that? For investment. And I'm so proud of all the newcomers into the business.
Right.
I get so many phone calls of people wanting to invest in a 2-3 family. I have some money savings. I can get this done. So happy to hear this. Like, this is what makes me happy. When people come into our circle, not literally into the business. I'm saying to invest, they take chances, they jump and expect to land on their 2 feet in a good way. So take chances. You really have to invest. If you have, it's always the time. There's no, high interest rates. What am I going to do? How am I going to? Don't think about the court system. Yes, sometimes New York is upside down and they're trying to pass a rule that you cannot do background check on tenants. Wrong to do. They didn't pass it. We need to file against it. So that's something that everyone should be on. But overall, you invest. There are good people. There is a background check all day long.
Also, if you're out there, I know we posted a video. The house is completely updated. We also have homes that are not on the market.
Yes.
We call it a private sale, which may need some TLC. And
tell us about some houses that you see.
And what do you mean to see?
You see houses that need work.
Oh God. I was on Avenue L up the street over the weekend before I met with you, and the house was let's just say I needed to take a shower when I got home, and I had to burn my clothes. But that's a house that's going to probably sell for like maybe 400,000, 5 at the most, but it's probably worth about 8 or 9 if you update. And it's a 1-family home. It's very spacious, just with a lot of issues, a lot of mold, a lot of damage. So it just needs to be completely.
Issues like that, not even title. Physically.
Yeah, physically needs to be, and exterminated. Well, but anyway, so
I got title on a house today that has 101
violations.
No.
Oh.
Personal liens. That I never seen. 101 personal liens. I'm not saying violations, ECB, HBD, DOB, CBs, any of that. Not that. Personal, private liens from different 101 people.
Yeah. So the thing is, when you own a home and you have equity on your home and you could use it for collateral, but in return, that collateral becomes a lien if you don't take care of that loan that you took on your property.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So
not only those are private personal stuff, but not necessarily loans.
So Shone, let's say
businesses.
You want to renovate your home, but you don't have the money. But you have equity on your home, and the person's willing to do a deal where they say that they will charge you and put a lien against your home and use it as credit on your house to fix, right? Is that a good way to put it, or do you have a better way to?
You have a lot of different type of personal loans.
Yes.
That you can take. But it's not necessarily called a personal loan.
Right.
Like, those are mistakes that people make when they give their credit, their social, their income information in order to obtain any type of loan. So it's not necessarily a personal loan. It could be a creditor. It could be a mistake, a lawsuit.
Right.
It could be an accident. It could be a sale, a purchase. Anything that went wrong could go against your credit. If you don't pay it, it goes against your credit.
But also,
if it goes against your credit, hold on, sorry.
Go ahead.
If it goes against your credit and you do nothing, then it becomes a judgment. Once it becomes a judgment, one of the tasks that attorney, he files it, right? One of his tasks to do is to check if that person owns a house.
Right.
And they put a lien against that asset. Okay.
Right.
So if you didn't pay something, went to collection, and then eventually a judgment, that's on your house. You cannot sell unless you satisfy it.
Right. And also you could use your house as collateral to buy another house.
That is if your liens are not there. That
that's
is if you have a free and
yes.
clear house.
But that becomes a lien if you don't satisfy that money.
Collateral.
Yes, that
Yes.
So yeah, there's many different ways to utilize, but there are also people that steal or illegally. Like there was some attorney that was taking people's equity and was doing some illegal stuff.
Okay.
So you have to be very careful
Yeah.
with attorneys and whoever you're dealing with that can go behind your back and put a lien on your home when you didn't even take money or anything from them.
Yeah, that's what we say. Guilty until proven innocent. You have to go to court
Yeah.
still. You have to answer that. You have to hire an attorney.
Yes.
You have to deal with it and fight.
I do believe
You don't have to take an attorney. You should, but when you're being served the summons, you should consider legal help.
And that person was arrested, but still is doing it. It's the wildest thing. I'm like, man, how is he not behind bars, and how is he still able to operate even though he was already charged for this? It's a grimy business sometimes, you know. It's a grimy.
I hope things will change in New York. What do you think? I heard the Mayor Adams leaving December.
Oh, okay.
That's what I heard. I could be wrong, but I think that's what it is. So I don't know how things will change. Hopefully for the better, as things are escalating and going nuts in New York. I don't know where it will end up.
Yeah.
But I don't know. I hear all types of different changes that are not to our benefit.
But also, like as we get older, also we have to be careful with our elders because.
Yes, for sure.
Someone can and this is not just New York, this is just real estate overall. If they find you to be unfit, they can take your estate from you or assign somebody who's eventually just stealing the money from you because they're saying you're not fit to own a home, to manage a mortgage, to have when you reach a certain age. And this is across the country.
Yes.
It's interesting. That's why it's good to have kids and good to have family to protect you from, and some of us don't. Because mainly it's people who are distant from their family, who don't, and they're elderly and they get taken advantage of. You know, I think I was watching not a show, but like a investigation. This gentleman was a millionaire. He walked in, he wanted to buy a house all cash, so he went to the bank to cash out to get maybe $500,000, and it was like, whoa, why are you taking out so much money? And then they went and they stole his estate from him.
What?
Yep. And he was supposed to get married. He couldn't get. They took him from his future wife, and it was. And this is a real story, not a movie. It's what's really was happening. This might have been like 8 years ago.
Wow.
But and the sad part is the government. When I say the government, this went as high as to the mayor or someone that was just getting every different sets of people from the person in the bank that spotted this person. They were all eating off of this guy. They all were chopping up his estate. And so it was a collective effort, and they went and found a family member that he didn't speak to that took.
That's what we deal with.
Yeah.
Also, if you're aware of any family drama that goes on in a situation with the states or real estate, we know a lot of people, and title can help. Some people who don't cooperate, there are ways to get them to cooperate and talk.
Well, here in New York, there was a lot of elderly people losing their deeds. So now you can't really buy, you can't buy deeds or do that. They put a stop to that. You know, so this is more of an executor, like it's on a higher level than just buying deeds. It's just taking over, assigning them to, and then they had fake doctors to say they were mentally incapable of doing anything. So they needed their head of their estate that was assigned by the court. So it's just, it's very interesting. And that's why you have to protect, because I don't think if you were in a trust or if he had, if the business wasn't in his name, it's a little more complicated. But then when you don't have kids or someone else that can be your grantor when you're assigning your estate, that's what they target people like that.
Wow.
You know, because it's a lot harder to say somebody is not all there when you have your daughter or your son or your sister or your brother. So it was a couple of cases, but this wasn't New York though, but still, it's just gotta be careful with real estate. You work hard to get it, and you should be able to have the choice or choose what you want to have done
For sure.
when you move on to the next level of where we go after life.
Yeah, that's the planning. All
Or
have to
retire.
have the brains to work it before things happen.
Yeah.
Because when you leave, you want to ensure that there's no mess after you. But I do want to mention one thing. You said that the deeds are not legal to purchase. It's not that they're not legal to purchase.
No, I mean from elderly.
Oh,
Like they're not. Yeah.
like to do scheming.
Yeah, like when you purchase
Yes,
from an elder,
scheming,
like
yeah.
yes, you can buy a deed, you could do, but when you're dealing with an elder person, somebody over 65, and you're buying their deed, the courts can quit because they have been ripped off. So it's not really
Yeah.
a thing to do with that age bracket. That's all I'm saying.
Got it.
Because there were a lot of fugazi kind of things happening.
Yeah, unfortunately.
Unfortunately, when it comes to elderly. So
Yes.
so buying those deeds, you're better off going a different route.
Yes. What else?
Yeah. So
Let's you want actually
it's fine. Bye.
yes,
Yes,
it is.
yeah,
I
it's
know we have
crazy.
9 minutes left. I want to mention the holidays, okay?
Yeah.
The gift of real estate, as we call it. The gift is really what you know, what you can accomplish with the knowledge that you have. So if you have a little bit of experience in real estate, and what I'm so happy to see nowadays is that people actually have knowledge, thankfully, to the media, to the internet.
Yeah.
Everyone is more aware, more involved. And hopefully, what I'm trying to say is that we take all this to our benefit to make the most out of it. You need to get this time into your hands seriously. It's the end of the year. People are pressured to make a move. People want to ensure that they're going into the new year in the right place,
Right.
right? So we have to be aware and ensure that we do the most of everything correctly so we can start fresh in every way or form, not only real estate related. We have to think things over and to make changes, better changes, be a better person. But for the professionals of us, right,
Mm-hmm.
we have to ensure that we don't leave any stone unturned, to ensure that we get everything done before the end of the year, because things could change against us.
Right.
So when we're in the business, we need to be organized. If we have balance on all the files that we have, you'll be happy. Not necessarily have to close all of them, but as long as we have everything under control, you need to make sure that things finish up before the end of the year, or putting them in right places.
Right.
Do you have, by the way, you have deals that you're working on that you have to put all your attention to, or are you on top of your game also? Are you organized?
Right.
What's your day to day about yourself and organization?
Right.
You good?
I'm good. Like now is
Good.
the time to
Very
call.
important.
Like people travel, but people
A lot of travelers, yeah.
like
I see a lot of
yes,
people going
yes,
away.
but
So cool.
it's easier to catch people during the holidays, to work on your network, to see how people are doing,
Yes.
and also plan out your life, plan out your New Year's, where you want to be next year, where you want to vacation. Do you want to pick up a new house? Do you want to sell your home? What do you want to do? The holiday time.
You want.
Yeah, exactly. Holidays is the perfect time to make your phone calls, reconnect with folks, and also think about changes that you want to make in your life.
Mm-hmm.
And in my opinion, there's no better gift than the gift of real estate. And that's really a personal gift. You know, if you want to collect extra income and buy a rental, so that you could have that. If you want a vacation home, someplace that you want to go to in the spring or in the summer, you know, now is the time to figure that out, wherever that's going to be. So yes, the gift of real estate and
You start
Christmas.
early.
Yes.
You start early, and the sooner you get to 20% of your equity, your private mortgage insurance cancels.
Yeah.
So although you may pay a little bit more because the rates are higher than usual, you reach your goal faster.
Yes.
Of stopping the private mortgage insurance. So that's a few $100 off your mortgage payment. People have to remember that when they say, "Oh, I'm not going to buy now; it's too expensive." Absolutely not.
And let's say you don't have a family yet and you buy your investment properties, and then next thing you know, you start your family. And then when they're in 18, 17 years, they're going to college, and you have the money just from your equity in your home, if you choose to use it that way.
And simultaneously, your value goes up.
Yes.
You purchase, and over the years, your value go up. People can say, oh, I'm afraid 2008, we're going to have the real estate fall like we had then. It's not the same times. Things are different now. Yes, America is in huge debt, but that's why we have the inner body to hopefully control and ensure that everything is balanced and not too extreme. And so far, we're balanced, I feel like. Maybe I don't watch the news enough, but I'm hoping so at least. But from the little that I know, the changes are being made slowly and surely. Things are changing. So hopefully it changes for the better all the time.
Yeah.
Doing well. Meanwhile, we have to ensure that we start.
Right.
It's never too late to start.
Yeah. And real estate, it's like, you go through the market and the rates, and it always changes. The times never stay. Things aren't always so high, and things aren't always so low. It always fluctuates.
As for the weather, that's another thing that we need to watch. If you have houses that you own, or even your own house, you want to ensure that your boiler is up and running, that your oil tank is filled, that your companies that you work with, if, for example, you have oil in your home, you want to ensure that your company is up and running, you're in touch with them, nothing last minute, because you don't want those freezing temperatures to reach. And then I think it's 34 degrees, that's 0.
Yep.
Right? That's when pipes freeze. You want to ensure that you also winterize the outside of your home water line, because you have the hose. You want to ensure that nothing freezes and causes damage from the outside of the house. Those freezing weathers are scary.
Yeah. And there's nothing worse than on a 0 below day having to replace a boiler. And then have a brand new baby in the home. That's what happened to me. Yeah.
Oh, no.
It was one of the first things that went, but we got it done. God was with us. And
not even, but also boilers. You have boilers, you have oil tanks.
Yeah.
Some of the people have electric everything. So the split units, you want to ensure that you turn everything simultaneously. You have like a way to turn them all at the same time. Although they're energy efficient, you want to ensure that you put the whatever gas thing in it, and then it's basically being managed, so you'll be able to control the temperature.
Make sure you get your oil delivery people.
Another thing, some people have also heated concrete outside. That's a very expensive feature to have to a property, so you want to ensure that you maintained it over the time, that not only it's going to work, but it's not going to pop and crack or whatever. I saw a lot of mud jobs, like when you do the concrete work before you put big tiles on the floor. I see a lot of them crack. Very sad to see, so annoying. Like you do such big floors sometimes and you use those expensive tiles. You want to make sure that you do a good mud job. It's called MUD job. Got a comment? What is that? 1 year?
Yeah, 1 year the hot water went, and then the boiler. I was going crazy. 35. Man, you're lucky with 35. I dropped 10 grand on a brand new boiler.
3,500. Yeah, that's
like
Mine
was way more expensive.
They could also take advantage of you if you're last minute. So you want to
you know what? They wanted 15 grand. I was going through. I forgot the name of the company. I was like, no. We're gonna buy our own boiler. Like we was just pay for it outright.
And you know what?
We have another listing. Crazy.
We have another listing where we didn't have the heat on 9800 Avenue L.
Oh, wow.
So we're going to be there. You can go if you want, but I was going to plan for us to be there Tuesday of next week. But if you want, you could visit tomorrow. Okay. And the heat is up and running. So they didn't know that the chimney was collapsed into itself. So it's a problem. They were arguing between, the National Grid, and then the plumber came, he fixed the boiler, and it still wasn't working. They didn't know what's going on. Then they found that this was happening.
It's amazing, from buying the property to managing the property. Yes, home ownership is something else, whether you have tenants or you live in the home. But I'm going to tell you, there's nothing better than going to your own home. Nothing.
Yes, you don't want to be fixing someone else's house either.
Yeah.
But at the same time, you live there, so
Right.
you kind of have to. Nothing better than paying your own mortgage. So
Yes.
remember that you can reach out to us if you want to own a mortgage, another mortgage, or investment property, or simply refinance what you currently have to use that and buy something else. And it doesn't end as long as you make money and invest. And it was really, really nice speaking to you today about
Yes.
everything.
We had such a great show. We can't wait to be back next week.
Yes,
And
God
we're going to
willing.
hear about her holiday coming up. Happy birthday, Nina.
Thanks.
Another blessed year to have you in this earth.
Thank you.
And we're so thankful to be here, and thank you for tuning in. And we'll see you next week.
And let me know if you know any
Paintball.
paintball.
Yes.
Sorry. Bye.
Bye.